Yo. Hopefully you can hear me. Trying out a new mic slash old mic. Old setup. Seems to be working. Tone down the music here a little bit. It's a little bit too much. Turn up the gain a little bit. Try not to be OC loud. So yeah, no plans for what to talk about today. Just figured I'd try experimenting with a stream. See who drops on. Look at everybody's favorite watch brand, Omega. Maybe talk about some tequila. Had some good tequila earlier tonight. Not bad. Not bad. Two people watching. Probably two bots. Terminator 1, Terminator 2. The T-1000 and the what was the other one? T-3000? Friday night, long weekend in Canuck Igloo Land. It's raining outside. Nothing better to do. Look at some watches that I don't have. Oh, yeah, this one's a good one. 41 millimeter. Nice. I've actually tried on the 41s and the 39s. They both kind of work on me. I think I prefer. I haven't tried them on in a couple of years, so it's been a while. I really do think this is a great one and done. I think that probably the best one and done is a Datejust. But you can't go wrong with a good Aquaterra. You just can't. So many options. Fits so well. You're not going to be as scared to jump into the ocean with it like Ben Brown. I don't know if you know who that is, but was kind of a big travel vlogger, influencer a number of years ago. He's starting to get back into the game again, but he wore this one. And there's a picture of him wearing this in the ocean. It looks like the coolest watch in the world. Like, it just looks so sick. Wonder if I can pull that up. What's up, Logan? There we go. This is not the ocean picture, but this is a picture of him wearing it. I guess it is the more navy one. I gotta try and find that picture though. It's like on his I bet you if I dug into his Instagram like 6-7 years back, I'd find it. I will find that picture eventually. Maybe not tonight, but I will find it. Anyway, it's a sick photo. Some other photographer took the picture of him. That Aquaterra looks fantastic. It's in its natural habitat, as it should be. So, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Omega, I guess, even if no one's really around. And if you catch us later, you catch you later. No big deal. Good practice. I would wear one of these. I would buy one. I would probably... I do like the darker teak dial instead. Probably would buy it on bracelet just because, but then I'd buy the rubber later. Yeah, this one. See, it looks better darker. The thing that I don't like, I wish the 41s, or sorry, the 38s. I wish the 38s, I believe the 38 has the date here. I wish they had it at 6. And by here, I mean at 3. I just realized I guess you can't see the mouse, but that's fine. These new ones are so nice. How do I get back here? I gotta... Seamaster Aquaterra. Oh, I guess they did switch. Maybe I'm thinking of the old ones. Oh man, as much as I want a Datejust, and I would get a Datejust if I could only have one watch forever, just because I think it's a little bit better in all-around situations than this watch, especially when it comes to dressier and it's easier to dress down. These things are so good. Oh man. Yeah, that President is nice. Let me just try and pull it up. Oh man, I can't get over how nice this watch looks. Damn. Now this is the older one. Did they come out with the new ones in 38? I don't know if they did. Oh, this is embarrassing. I should know this. Oh yeah, here we go. No, 41. But yeah, you can see the difference in the bracelet. More President, less flat link. Let's see what else we got here. I thought I searched. Okay, yeah, 38 to 40 millimeters. I guess they didn't. No, here's the blue one. Okay. I guess the black didn't come out. So the black one I think is still the older one because it doesn't have the little window around the number. 66 versus 63. Yeah, so this is the older one. $300 less. I mean, what else can we talk about here? Let's see. You know, Speedmaster. I do want to get a Speedmaster. I've wanted one for so long. I still don't have. I should have bought one years ago. I really crapped the bed on that one. Now that the price has gone so much, it's just egregiously gone up. This is what I want. I don't even want the bracelet because then I would either get the Forstner bracelet or I'd buy the flat link one that the 57 usually has. And I'd buy that later. But I like this. I like the sailcloth. Oh man, that's nice. I guess, Logan, you had the 1861, I guess. The Lolex. Oh, rookie mistake here. Correct, 1861. Rookie mistake on my part. I probably should, if I do these streams, put something in the description, like some hashtags. Can I do that now? Yes, I can. I gotta do the cut and paste like America does. Just every single stream has every single watch brand in the history of the universe in the description. Ooh. Okay, gotta do that first. Can't do it right now. Stream must be scheduled in the future. Please edit the start time. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to do it later. Back to Speedmaster talk. I thought about going for the previous one, but then I remember Lolex was talking about, and I think it was other people too said the same thing. It's like, you'll just be disappointed. Like, just go with the new one. Better movement, better watch, better straps, bracelets, dot over 90, applied logo if you go with the Sapphire one. The only thing that really holds me back is I know it's such an absolute B to wind. So then sometimes I think, do I go for the first Omega in space? It's slightly smaller. The size isn't really a thing for me. Like, I can go either way. It's not like it matters. But it doesn't have the crown guards. So apparently it's easier to wind. Yeah, see, I have tried on the new one. And like, I want that new sailcloth strap, and I like the dot over 90 because I'm a dumb nerd. And, you know, honestly, the dial makes the big difference to me too. Like, I like how it's got the step dial. It's just, if I got the other one, the older one, I would just regret it. I know I would. Okay, hold on. I was looking the other day at, I've kind of wanted to get this watch. I'm going to share a new tab shortly. This is shitter central. People, it's a good thing nobody's watching because people would be vomiting and leaving en masse. I don't really care. But like, I think this is a great summer watch. I want it so bad, but I want it for like eight or 900 Canadian, which is like, I don't know, 700 American or something. Right now it sells for $1,450 new Canadian, which is about a little over $1,000 US. This bad boy right here. I love the color. I just want this as like a daily diver / daily driver. It's got the date and the day, which I need for work. You can wear it to the beach, wear it traveling, doesn't matter. Oh, I just love how this thing looks. But I know in some light, I'm going to try and find some actual pictures of it. I was looking at it on Chrono the other day. In some light, the blue looks really dark, which I don't like. This has the Powermatic movement. It's the same movement, excuse me, as the Tissot Gentleman and the PRX. So you can see it like in some lights, it looks very royal blue. I like that bracelet too. I wish they did to the blue one what they did with the black, where the dial, the date and the day is the same color and not white, but it's not the end of the world. See here, it looks way more royal blue than turquoise ocean blue. But I think in the mass, I haven't seen this in person yet because I don't think anyone in my city sells this brand actually in person. But you can tell by the fabric, or not fabric, the nylon strap, kind of what color it is. So in more of the pictures, it's like that ocean turquoise color, which is kind of what I hope it is. Yeah, I just think this thing would be fun to just knock around and wear for whatever. But you got to get it for a good deal. And I don't know if it's easy to find a good deal because it's a limited edition, which sucks. They got some cool colors on this one though. Like they've got these different gradients. Like this one looks badass. I'm not a big gradient dial person myself for one that I would own, but I think this looks really good, especially on the tropical rubber strap. Wow. This looks so good. Like, man, if I was Speedy Hernandez and I lived in Hawaii and I wasn't a baller like him, I'd be wearing this surfing all the time. All the time. I actually looked at this on eBay today and I almost made an offer to some guy, but I didn't. It was in Japan. Got too many bills to pay. These also look good on the mesh. I mean, look at that. Look how pretty that looks. That looks awesome. I can hear the haters. Oh, don't buy this. It's a waste of money. Like, think about that. Just sitting on a patio or on the beach, drinking a beer, knocking around, that's your watch. Boom. Oh, welcome to the new couple viewers. Oh, Lucha, you're here. Okay, we're going back to Omega. Enough of this this garbage talk for the Mito shitters. and bear with me for being slow. It's only the second stream I've ever done. Hooked up a new microphone today. Hopefully it sounds better than when I either use the garbage built-in microphone or my earphone things. So yes, Lucha, I was talking about the Aquaterras and about how it seems that those new black ones, I guess those ones are only 41. They didn't release them in the 38 yet because all these don't have the little metal date window yet. Might just be this blue one, I guess, because it has, I think it's just this blue one, or I gotta I'll look back again, but because it's got the new bracelet, it's 6,600. But the black ones, like if I go back, like no little date window, it's 6,300. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll get released soon. I guess it's just the color dials that they released 2 years ago and the blue one. I was saying earlier that when I have tried on the Aquaterras, I can kind of go either way, 41 or 38. I kind of wish they made it in 39 or 40, but like I get what they're doing. Why isn't this working? There we go. Oh, here we go. Yes, new. Oh, that looks so good. So Lucha, do you think that they will eventually do the dark navy and or black in the 38? I think they will. I mean, it's Omega. They do everything. And then some. They're insane. Yeah, I was saying earlier, like these are such a I love these things as such a daily driver. Like they're great for when you're dressed up, they're great for when you're casual. They look just at home, natural habitat, on the beach, scuba diving, swimming, at the ice cream shop, at the steakhouse when you're wearing a suit. I do think the Datejust is a little bit better for dressing up and dressing down, especially with the fluted bezel. Like I do think the Datejust is a little bit of a better one and done. Like if I had to have only one for the rest of my life, I'd pick a Datejust. But oh man, I've always liked the Aquaterras since they came out. Yeah, and the 41 has that new movement too. I do think that they're gonna change up the 38s. I think they have to. Sorry, I just got to reply to a text here. Okay, so you think they're going to keep the 38? Well, I mean, you know more than I would. I haven't really been like following Omega for like the last honestly year. I just haven't been. I've been drowning at work with so much crap. If it's not talked about on the streams, which Omega is almost never talked about, then I haven't been keeping up with it. For the Aquaterra, hey? Better movement. Yeah, I know some people would not agree with that. Like, I would be perfectly content if I had just the Aquaterra. I wouldn't be like, oh, I wish I had the Datejust. And if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I 100% would have said Aquaterra over Datejust. 100%. Now I've really grown to love the rhodium fluted Datejust, so. Oh, sorry, I should have been pulling these comments up. Oh, sorry, guys. I keep forgetting I can do that. Not used to having keys. Yeah, because you want to see if this bracelet will fit on yours, right? Streaming is hard. Yes, it is. I want to get into it more. Like, I got to make some new video. I want to make some videos this weekend. Now I sound like somebody else, but I actually have made and posted videos. So I think I'm allowed to say that I want to make videos. And then people hopefully will believe that I actually will post them. But yeah, I want to make a couple videos this weekend, and I kind of want to try. That's kind of also why I was doing this. Like, I didn't want to stream. Like, I wanted to stream today, and then I didn't, and I was like, no, like, if you don't do it, you're never gonna do it, and it's just gonna be harder to do it. Like, it's not gonna get easier until you keep doing it. So, I'd like to get more regular. Not like every day or like a set time. Like, I don't, like, my work schedule's messed up. Like, it's weird. So, but I would like to kind of stream here and there whenever. Oh, I know. Don't even talk to me about working out or going to the gym. I started kind of like 2 weeks ago, and I only did it for like 2 days, and I haven't done it since. Oh, it's the worst. Let's look at the Ploprof, whatever it's called. I always mess that up. Clo Prof. Oh, what did I do? This is a cool watch. I don't know why more people don't have this. Like, Asheen should have this. I don't think he ever actually owned one. I think he just had one for a while. People that are big guys, they should have this watch. Yeah, your summer blue is nice. I've always preferred, personally, the darker one, but yours is very sharp. It's very good for summer. Yeah, I wonder if that bracelet will fit yours. Probably will. I have never held one of these. I think I've only seen one in a case. It's expensive as hell, though. Omega Steel. Okay, there. We know who you're trying to copy with that. Water resistance? Yeah, I'd hope so. Sell the JLC and get so you'd have 2 ATs? Would that be what the plan is? Does this only come in this one color now? What the? I guess so. It's the only one on there. I guess when they redid those, what was that, a year ago? They did all those gradient blues for like those 5 or 6 watches. I didn't think they got rid of like the orange or the white. Seamaster Collection in summer blue. I'm such an Omega fanboy. Like, I'd way rather have a Seamaster 300. I would never buy a sub, ever. Like, ever. Like, you'd have to pay me to buy a Submariner. I like Rolex. I love the GMTs. I love the Datejusts. I've started to come around on the day dates. I used to think they were an old geezer watch. Started to come around slowly. I still don't think I would buy one if I had the money. But if I needed a luxury dive watch, I'd buy the Seamaster 300. They are so nice. I like this AT Fanatic. Love it. That's why you and me get along. I'll pull this thing up in a second. Seamaster Olympic official timekeeper. That's a cool watch. This, I feel like this could be great, but something's holding it back. I don't know. Actually, that's kind of cool. I'd wear this before I wear an Air King. I don't really like that the Olympic rings are on the dial. Get the Olympic rings off there. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I've ever seen this watch. Interesting. Man, it is like lightning outside and my power keeps flickering. If the stream just dies, it's because I guess the power went out, which is a possibility, I guess. It's the StreamYard gods telling me, Kyle, you suck. Your show's over. Oh yeah. I have oh, I should put I have video of I think it's this one. I think it's the Lollipop secondhand, not the Arrow one. I've been trying this on at the AD like 2 years ago. I couldn't believe how nice it was. Like, it looked so expensive in person. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Gorgeous. Yeah, I'd rock this before I even ever considered a sub. I know people would be like, "You're nuts. Are you out of your mind?" Maybe. See, that's the thing. Like, part of me feels like, oh, like there's too many. Like, if I had the money, like I could easily have an Aquaterra. I could have this. I could have the Speedmaster. Like, I could have all three, no problem. Like my own little trinity. And people do that with Rolex all the time, and they think nothing of it. But if I were to do that with Omega or something else, people would say you're insane. They'd be like, "What's wrong with you?" Jeep of Pittsburgh, you guys are legends. I know that's Mark. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I have a Cadillac, but I am a Mopar fan. I've rented Jeeps in Hawaii. My dream car is a Charger, 68 to 70. Yeah, I got to do a better job of posting. I have so many like little shorts and stuff for like whiskey and drinks and like watches from the AD and stuff. I got to get my life together and start posting that stuff and start posting those shorts to YouTube. Oh, this watch is so beautiful. Yeah, the sub is so ordinary. Like every Tom, Dick, and Harry and their dog has a freaking Submariner. Okay. Black Ultra Deep. You got it. Coming right up. Let's go find this. You're not talking about the titanium one, are you? Or you're talking about the summer blue or the regular blue that looks like a James Cameron ripoff? Bear with me. Ah, the James Cameron ripoff. Okay, perfect. This thing is absolutely massive. This thing's bigger than like a 1968 Continental. I love their deployants and their bracelets and their the things. Brain isn't working. You know what I'm talking about. I don't think I've ever seen one of these in person either. I live in too small of a market. Don't like that rubber strap. Don't like the blue. I think that looks a little bit cheesy. It's as big as a spare. Okay, that's good. Time zone function. Okay, I guess that means jumping hour, I guess. Man, almost 46 millimeters. That's absolutely outrageous. 20,000 feet. You know what? Actually, this kind of pissed me off when this came out. Like, only 20,000. Like you couldn't have made it 30. Like, come on. I mean, at that point, how much more technology does it take? You've already made it as big as that spare tire. You couldn't have made it to go against the Rolex. Like, to me, it was like, Like, it's already fugly is all get up. Add another millimeter and put some more depth on there. Okay, back to the bracelet. What do you think of these colors? Be good for a newfound Cleveland Browns fan who lives in Brooklyn. It matches jersey. You probably wouldn't be caught dead wearing a watch like this. If I am over, what does it say? If I am over 20 meters underwater, then I am dead. Just take my watch and let the sea creatures have me for dinner. Well, they wouldn't prepare a nice dinner as you do. You know, I don't mind this white dial for some reason. I actually don't kind of mind it. I think I've seen pictures of it, and I didn't think it looked as good in the photos as the rendering, but this looks like, if I look quickly, this looks like a G-Shock or something. Don't like it. Oh. Do you know anybody that has this, or have you seen it, Lucha? Change up the music a little bit. The fake JC. Saw it at the AD. I have this feeling like you're going to turn into Omega only. That Jaeger LeCoultre is going to get sold. And you're going to get one of these. You almost have to. You can pull it off. You got the wrist. You got the wingspan for it. The wrist span. The wrist girth. You have to. $12.7. I guess I'm seeing this. These are probably Canadian numbers, so I don't know what the American one would go for. Actually, that looks kind of cool on a NATO. And I detest NATO straps, but that's not bad. I mean, you'd be basically the Michelin man wearing one of this underwater. So you'd need, basically you look like Buzz Aldrin wearing a spacesuit. Let's check out what else we got. All Seamaster. This is going to make my computer crash. There's so many Seamasters. I do agree with what OC said. I am the Omega Man. You are Charlton Heston. The Omega Man. That movie was pretty cool for the era, what it was. Oh, so that is oh, okay, so that is the American price. Okay. Interesting. Usually a lot of times these sites will give me the Canadian price, but that means it's about $50,000 Canadian. Just kidding. It's probably about 16. What am I looking for here? Sorry for my scrolling. My main reasoning for hooking up a better microphone is to do a mouse click competition with Diego. That was me. I held it right beside the microphone. So right now you probably can't hear it, hopefully. But as I was saying, I do agree with OC. They should. Thank you, sir, Mr. Ghost. Thank you. They should change the Aquaterra to its own line. Like, make it like you're almost kind of quasi trying to copy Rolex. Just go full on already. Like, make the Seamaster the case. I mean, it is the case. Spin the Aquaterra off into its own thing and be like, it has and just say it has a Seamaster case, but it's the Aquaterra line. Don't have it under Seamaster, or do something like that. I got another text I had to answer, and now I lost my train of thought. My apologies. Planet Ocean. Okay, you know what? We'll pull up the Planet Oceans, because I have no idea what I'm doing here. Seeing the Ultra Deeps are under Planet Ocean, like, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... like, to me, they're different. Like, to me, that... I love Omega. Oh, man, if I could have any job, I think I'd be the CEO of Omega. Like, they need to refine their catalog bad. $45.5 chrono. Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Except I don't know where it is. What is that? White diamonds with blue diamonds for the 10 minutes? That's interesting. You're talking about the orange one? The Cleveland Browns color one, Mark? Or that like all gray one? The black ones? Blue ones? Which one do I think looks the best? I mean, see, when I think of Planet Oceans, I think black and orange. Like classic. Black or blue? Okay. Ah, shoot! Should have picked the one on the bracelet. So this is the one you're talking about, right, brother? $9,000. These things are so huge too. Big ass case. $2005. Yeah, I guess it came out for Bond, eh? Or just before. Because that movie came out in 2006. And he was wearing this watch. So I guess it came out and then they're like, hey, let's have it in the movie. Except, I don't think he wore the chrono, right? Can't remember. Yeah, I've always liked this deployant. Or this, how it's like slightly curved with the edges. The buttons on the side, I've always thought that was, when they had that with their other watches too, I've always really liked that. A much more normal, only 2,000 feet instead of 20,000 feet. I'm still actually kind of surprised they make these, to be honest. But it's Omega, they'd probably go for the world record of how many watches can we have in our collection. Oof. Right, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I didn't think it was the chrono. That is a beast of a movement right there. Okay, hold on. I'll go back. I want to see the Bond one. I also don't like this white and black bezel. I think the white looks kind of odd. Here we go. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Except, no, he didn't wear 39 though. He wore the bigger one. 39. Yeah, I guess either they don't. Yeah, I don't think he wore the. Buckley just talked about this. I don't think it was the 43 either. Wasn't it like a 44 or 45? So either they don't make it and they just scaled it down a millimeter or two, or it was this one. Oh, this is bad. I should know this. We're just talking about doing a Bond stream too. Daniel Craig is not a big man. I don't know honestly how he wore those watches. Like maybe it was because he was jacked for those films, but like he's not tall. They scaled it down. Okay. Like majority of like big time actors, they're like, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", maybe 5'11". Like there's not a lot that are 6 feet or more. I mean, I guess when you consider how many people are in Hollywood, okay, yeah, I guess there are a decent amount. But like when you think of like the big stars, like Kiefer Sutherland, short. Tom Cruise, short. Matt Damon's probably only like 5'10". You're just thinking of Matt Damon and Kiefer Sutherland. I put this poll on Instagram years and years ago. Lucha's 6'1". It just reminds me of like Dan Patrick when people call in. It's like 6'1", 250, ding. First time, long time. But yeah, so I put this poll on Instagram years and years ago. It was like, who do you have in the ultimate, I don't want to say cage match, but like the ultimate like battle? Who do you got? You got Jack Bauer. You got Daniel Craig's James Bond. You got sorry, another distraction here. My bad. 1 second. Oh my God. How does it feel to be on a show where you don't have any keys? That's okay. By tomorrow, you'll probably have some. I'll get an email from Google when I wake up in the morning saying they've just given Watch It's Brian some keys. Yeah. So Jason Bourne and then Ethan Hunt. So those four. Who you got? I think it's interesting. I should plug that into like AI and like see who wins the battle. I don't know if that's possible. That'd probably be an absolutely wild like cage match, like how Green Room did that Royal Rumble. That was like 90 minutes of all like the watch people just do the same thing, but of like, although he controlled it with like Xbox or whatever. But if there's like a true AI one that you could do with those four movie characters or TV show characters. Thanks for upvoting Watches, Brian. Much appreciated. More than you know. I'm surprised you even found this strum, since Total Noob here didn't put anything in there. So unless you saw it in the WhatsApp group, thank you. Anyone who's watching, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know how much longer I'll go. I've been on for an hour already. Keep going for a little bit longer, I guess. Actually, I'm really surprised Brian is here since Omega's on the screen. Like, wow. I really appreciate that. Like I said the other day on, I think it was on The Colony, like Buckley needs to buy one of these used as just his day-to-day knock around, doesn't give a rat's ass shitter watch. Like he was talking about the ones from the movie, the 44 millimeters. You can get them for like $2,000 or 2,500 or 3,000 US or whatever it is. Like, how does he not have one? Oh, yeah, this isn't even as high quality as Florida Pond Scum. Boston Collector, good evening. Thank you for coming. Thank you for upvoting. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. I truly mean it to every single one of you here. You can't beat it. You can't beat that coaxial movement. And add in the 15,000 Gauss. Oh, unstoppable. It's like a fully loaded freight train barreling down the tracks. What are you going to do to stop it? Nothing. It's impossible. Is this working? Sometimes there's a delay here. I click on it and it doesn't open. Not sure why. Canadian bonds are frozen. And meant for playing hockey. You know, you want to know something funny? I don't think I've ever actually skated. Oh, sorry. No, I was thinking of something else. I've skated on lakes, like natural lakes, but I don't know if I've skated. I have skated on a duck pond, but I think it's man-made. Like all the smaller like ponds and artificial or like retention ponds. I know some people do around here, but I've never like lived on one or known people who do. And you're not really supposed to go on them, but people do. But I've skated on the river and actual lakes, like Lake Louise. That's pretty cool. Skating on Lake Louise in Alberta. When it comes to Swatch Group shitters and Omega, like this is the bottom of the barrel. Like all of this, I don't know what they're doing. Like I don't know if they're on LSD, if they're just bored, if they're just doing it to troll people. It's just bad. Like this Globemaster, I get it. You're trying to copy the Constellation from back in the day, but it's just... I want the bracelet. I mean, okay, I'll click on the bracelet. This isn't the best watch to be on a bracelet. I think it's more of a dress piece. I love the Paipan dial. That's great. You need to get rid of that machining take at the bezel. Like I know you're trying to copy Rolex, but it's like, it's not Rolex. Like, quit trying to be it without being it. It's not a true fluted bezel. It just looks like it got put on the lathe and you just ran it through the what's it called? I forget what it's called. The knurling, to give that knurling edge. You could do so much better. Also, the case, bring back the dog legs. Bring back the dog legs. Put it on leather. Especially for like this one. Get rid of this god-awful script writing. Like, what the hell are you doing? The script is supposed to be fancy. You think of, you know, what, like, I don't know, what, like, think of whatever dress watch. Fancy. And then it's got this, like, machine knurling on the outside. Like, what? And then it's got these thick and bulky, the cases, like the lugs. Like, no. Bring back the dog legs, nice and elegant. Get a different text. And get rid of that Globemaster name, like retired. Bring back, just call it the Constellation. Do I think that Omega is being hurt with the lack of a current James Bond? Well, you know what? Let me give you my opinion on that. Probably not. I don't know. I think even when there is a Bond movie or a current Bond out, I don't really think, like, I haven't done the research on this, so maybe I shouldn't even be saying this, but like, do their numbers really bump up that much? It's like the Olympics. Like when the Olympics are out and they have their Olympic specials, does that really boost their sales? I don't know. Maybe it does. Now, what if Bond wore the Globemaster? Would that make it cooler? I would do a poll. Can I do a poll on here? I probably can. Just got to figure it out. Imagine if Bond just wore a Globemaster for the whole movie. Oh, this watch makes me want to vomit. It really does. I'm gonna make a video. Famous last words. I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna redesign this watch, doing a bunch of cut and pasting in Microsoft Paint, just like Diego. And I'm gonna show you what this watch should be, and you guys are gonna pee your pants. You're all gonna email Omega saying, please make this watch. As for the Constellation, this is actually even worse. At least like the Globemaster, it's passable. I don't like it, but it's passable. This is an abomination. All of these should just be nuked. Get rid of this and put the Globemaster back, called the Constellation. Like, what the hell is this? It's trying to be PRX and a Royal Oak and also a 1990s Movado, but also Omega at the same time. And it's like, what are you can't do that. Like, who actually, have any of you ever seen these in the wild or seen anyone buy these at the AD? I think I maybe seen a woman wearing a woman's version of these maybe once, like 15 years ago. Oh, they're so ugly. I mean, the dial's kind of cool, but the whole case, it's like, oh God. Oh, hot. They're so hot. They're magma. I wish they were magma. That means they would just melt. Like, nobody's buying these. Nobody. This is maybe the best one, or one of the better ones, but still. But like, what are these, like, these ribs of like this, the polished silver between 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, and then on the other side? Ugh, egad. Blimey. Is this like their Palm Franz wannabe? If Palm Franz wasn't bad enough, you can get an Omega Constellation Palm Franz wannabe. I'd wear the Mito before I wear this. Back to what I was talking about 50 minutes ago. Like, you can't tell me that this is uglier than that Constellation. This may be a hot mess too, according to some, but at least it's an attractive hot mess. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between just a hot mess and an attractive hot mess. I think I might have to just do this. Just pull the trigger. Summer beater. And if it's really not that nice, just return it. Multi-fort patrimony. I don't know if I know that one. I don't really like almost any Mitos. But I really like this limited edition diver. Hey, it's on sale. Yeah, this one's pretty nice, actually. It's got their old logo, too. I like that. Boy, they're really going for the Omega vibes, hey? Just ripping off your watch, Mark. This is kind of like if they combine the Omega with that Baltic, which the Baltic is also a ripoff of the Omega, and a little bit of Oris. This also got the caliber 80. Swatch is really pumping that caliber 80. Oh man, I mean, it is a good movement. See, like I remember, like the other day, Boston said about when they were talking about that Patek and only like a 2-day power reserve, and they had a reserve indicator, and he's like, "Don't put an indicator on the dial if you only have 2 days worth of power." And it's true. Like if anybody has right to brag, it's Swatch Group and the Powermatic 80. 80 hours? Hello, let's go. This is a hot take. This should be, when's Buckley's hot take? What is it, Hot Take Wednesdays? Hot Take Tuesdays? I don't know of many people who would agree with this. Okay, yeah, I could get behind that. I'll look this one up shortly. But yeah, like if you can get this for like, if you can get a Mito for, you know, $700-800 US, which would be like 20% off, I think or at least actually they have a little bit of a wider price range from what I remember. Because I think some go for like 2,000 even, which I think is ridiculous. But like the one that I want, like it sells for $1,450 Canadian, which is about $1,050 or $1,100 US. If you can get that for, you know, $700-800 US on a deal, oh hell yeah. But this is ridiculous. Like 2,800 Canadian. No way. Get out of here. This one's kind of interesting. This one would be cool to have. It's just like it's incredibly busy, but it's got so much going on. Like, is this you weren't talking about this world time, eh? You were talking about an actual GMT? are you talking about the 44 mil? Actual GMT. So this one, I guess. So 1,700 Canadian. So that's probably like, I don't know, 1,200, 1,300 US. I actually considered buying this watch once. I just didn't because it was a Mito and I didn't want to spend that. Like I was like, I might as well just spend more and get a Longines because I really do want the Zulu time. Sorry. Texts coming in. The Spirit Zulu time is amazing. Yeah, the Spirit Zulu is a great watch. I'm kind of thinking for like, if I were to at some point get like a Zulu time GMT, and then maybe I haven't tried on the 39. Like I've tried on the 42. It's a nice watch, but it's too big. The wingspan is too big. Like it's just too long lug to lug. It's outrageous. So I need the 39, and the 39 is better too because it's a smaller case, so the movement is bigger. So it just where the date window is looks more proportional on the dial. So I'd like that, and then I'm thinking like if I were to get a diver, like I probably wouldn't end up keeping this for more than like a year or two. Like because of the color, like to me it's kind of like, oh, this would be like a fun summer watch to have as long as you can get it on a good deal. And I'd probably get rid of it unless somehow I really fell in love with it. But it's like that could be like a good cheap diver. The Zulu time could be like a good cheaper, although they're not that cheap, cheaper GMT. And I could kind of see myself keeping that Zulu time for like a long period of time as like a daily. So, yeah, like, I mean, I would love to get as like an actual true, if it didn't matter, if money didn't matter, I would go with the Rolex Espresso or Black. I prefer that one over the new one because I'm not a huge fan of the gray, even though sometimes you don't even see the gray on the dial. Or, I mean, like, maybe you could just swap out the bezel. I wouldn't be against that. Like, to me, that wouldn't bother me. I could care less. If I have if I take out the actual bezel and just put an all black one on the new watch, I would totally do that if I could. Like that would be the ultimate GMT, but like, I don't know, like I probably wouldn't get that watch at any point soon in my life. So if I were to get a Rolex, I'd get the rhodium date just before I get the GMT. Because like I said, I could use it as a one and done. Sidebar. Timmy's coffee in the States, not the same or as good as the one in Canada. I've only had Tim Hortons, I think, in Detroit or somewhere in Michigan. And that was like 7-8 years ago. So I don't know, maybe now they're the same. I don't know. But I remember thinking like it's not horrible. Like I had Dunkin' Donuts a couple times in New York years back, and that was like I dumped it out into the street. I was like, I don't know how anybody can drink this. Like I'd rather drink water out of the Hudson River. It was so bad, Dunkin' Donuts coffee. But yeah, I think the Tim's in the States was different. Off the next time I go to, like, see, in the Midwest, like in Minnesota and North Dakota, there is no Tim Hortons. It's like only in like the Rust Belt. Okay. Watch It's Brian has spoken. I'm interested to know which cities in Canada you've had it in. And there was a time where they had like a dark roast, which I don't think they have anymore. I didn't think the dark roast was that bad. Like, it wouldn't have been my regular go-to, but so many people dumped on it. They said it tasted burnt. But yeah, I mean, like Tim Hortons, it's like, it's okay for cheap coffee, I guess. Like, I think McDonald's would probably win in a blind taste test, because the McDonald's, especially in Canada, like McDonald's, at least when you compare it to a lot of the Midwestern McDonald's, it's way more fancy here. Like, I remember I was in Minneapolis a couple of years ago. We just wanted a like coffee or tea or something, but we didn't want to go to a Starbucks, and I don't think we were around any Starbucks or Caribou Coffee, so we just found a McDonald's. The McDonald's was straight out of like 1991. I couldn't believe how it hadn't been renovated. And the girl, I ordered like a tea or whatever, and she just gives me like this tiny like styrofoam cup with like a tea bag on the tray, and I was like what? Because I was like expecting what it is at the Canadian McDonald's, the McCafe stuff, which is super fancy. And then like the other people I was with ordered like coffee, and it was literally like I was at McDonald's in 1991. I was like, what is this? It was absolute, it was such trash. And I've talked to people I know in the States, and like when I've showed them pictures of the Canadian McDonald's, they're like, it is not like that down here. Like, how come we don't have those McDonald's yet? And I was like, I don't know. But yeah, Timmy's, it's good for what you get, like for what you pay. There's definitely worse coffee places out there. Am I requesting a dodgy bezel? Only if it gets this channel more airtime and more views, then yes. Sorry, just a moment. So, yeah, how many we got? We got 6 people still watching. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that anybody's watching this flaming hot pile of garbage. What do you think? What do you think is the Mito for like a fun summer beater watch? Not bad. Pretty good. I think as long as I can get it for a good deal, like all in under $1,000, I think that'd be a good dive watch. Reliable, amazing movement. The Zulu, I want the Zulu, and I'm talking Canadian prices here. I want all in $3,000. That's a tall order. I don't think that's going to be possible for another couple of years, probably. I'm being a cheap Ukrainian who lives in Winnipeg, because right now they're going for over 4. And I'm not paying that. Okay. Longines Ultra Crown. Let's see. The box edition? Yeah, I've seen those. Those are a cool watch. I don't think I've seen those in person, but I've seen them. They're pretty neat. Yeah, that looks really cool. 1968. Yeah, I can see the vintage tones. I forget, do you have any Longines right now, Mark? Would you rock this? And it's on a Naito strap. Yeah, that's a sharp looking watch. Kind of a cushion case, kind of not. Let's see what else they got here. Oh, there we go. I've had the Gentleman. I sold it. I had the Crosshair one. I thought it was really nice, but I know it goes against what Buckley believes in, how blue watches are the best ones. I had a blue dial Crosshair, and I was like, I just prefer black. I sold the black leather strap to somebody else because, frankly, it's trash. I had it on a chestnut leather strap for a while, and then I tried to get an aftermarket Jubilee strap. It was a huge ordeal. I don't know if I should do like a quick video review on this watch and I could talk about it, but the problem is Tissot makes this watch in two different lug widths. The quote unquote precious metal one, that's like a root beer type of coloring. That one comes in a 20 mil Jubilee, but these ones, all the other regular ones, are 21, and they don't really make it known that those Jubilee ones for the two tones are 20. So I saw a photo of one with a Jubilee, and I was like, oh my god, this watch, like I wanted it as a Datejust ripoff that I could just wear. Like it doesn't have a screw down crown, but it has 100-meter water resistance. I talked to Tissot about it. They back it up. They're like, you can definitely go swimming in this watch. Nothing will happen. It'll be fine. It has warranty, so like you could send it back or whatever. I wanted it to wear it like it has a date, so I could wear it with work, not worry about like sweating up a leather band. It also works as dressy. But I wanted it with a nice metal bracelet, not that ugly bracelet that they come with, because their bracelet's super thick. It doesn't narrow down. It's just a brick. And yeah, long story short, I did get one, but it didn't fit properly because it was more meant for Rolex. It did kind of fit, but like sometimes it would pop and there'd be a gap between the bezel and the bracelet, and it just didn't look good. So I ended up selling it. And I just didn't wear the watch as much as I thought I would. But like if they made this watch and did a nicer bracelet, I think it would be more popular. Oh, this is the quartz one. It's only $500. But the bracelet on these is not good. It's way too thick. It's way too bulky. Green Gentleman is nice. Oh, your brother knows what's up. Let's check this out. Certina DS Action Divers. I haven't checked these out in person. I've seen pictures of them. I guess it's like a sub homage. Oh, Powermatic movement. Okay. Looks like a decent bracelet. Oh, lots of variants here. That's kind of cool. This one, I guess. This thing actually looks pretty cool. Great coloring. Oh, so this is the same price as the Mito. It's 1,400 Canadian. So that's 1,024 US. Ooh. Do you have one, Mark? Or would you get one? Oh, this says it's only 38 mil. Interesting. Powermatic 80-hour reserve. Let's see. Diver extension. That's cool. Brushed. See, like if these guys can do it in titanium, then I guess that one, honestly, Seiko's been doing titanium for 20 years. Or is it? No, sorry. I'm thinking of not Seiko. I believe my great uncle has a was that a Casio? Like 20 years ago, it was made out of titanium or something. So like, yeah, like it's like when people are like, oh, Rolex does it, and like nobody else does it because it's so hard to manufacture. It's like, yeah, that's not exactly 100% true. I mean, sure, like the grade for Rolex would be above and beyond everybody else, but titanium has been getting really popular. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That actually might be the one that my uncle had. Just tried to Google it really quick, but I'm not seeing it. What's everybody else doing for their Friday night? Anything? We went from 7 down to 4. Might be the sign. Might be time to call it hour 40. I kind of didn't think I'd be going for an hour 40. There's no I'm also surprised there's no Colony stream on. And I searched earlier and there was no JJ. So, in a way, I thought maybe we'd get more than 6, 7. People just jump on to hate what's great, bash Omega. But I guess people have hot dates, got lives going on. Clearly, Lolex must be on a hot date Friday night because he's not hopping on, although he hasn't been on any of my streams. But I've only had one other stream before this, so he probably doesn't even know this exists. Or hopefully he's suit shopping. Well, let's end the show in a few moments with a real brand. Datejust. Let's build a Datejust, shall we? Let's build Kyle's Datejust. For when I have 1 million subs on YouTube and I'm making $1 million a month or whatever the ad revenue is. When I'm like Casey Neistat. 10 million views per video. Okay. Material. Steel, gold. Yeah, we're gonna go steel. Bezel. Oh, you know it, baby. Fluted all day. I live for the hype. Just kidding. Link for Speedy Hernandez. I don't know. Is Speedy in the? Yeah, Speedy is in the WhatsApp group, but it's what, like only 5 o'clock? He's probably not even done work yet. Bracelet. Jubilee. Non-negotiable. I wish they would update the clasp. I really do. Like, I like the clasp that the GMTs have better. Oh my God, there it is. Oh, I remember like 2 years ago it was like $2,000 cheaper. Boy, they're killing me here. That's it. Rhodium. Oh man, that is hot. Yeah, I know it's professional. I just like the one with the little lock. I don't know. To me, that's just Rolex. I love it. We're talking about Rolex. Now the views jump up. Classic. How about this? Oh, I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you guys. Yeah, like as much as I like that Aquaterra, I think if I just had to have the one, oh man, this pains me to say it because I love the Omega and the Aquaterra, but like there's just something about this. This looks so good with a t-shirt, but then it also looks good with a suit or a tux. And the Aquaterra, I don't think looks good with a tux. Although how often do you wear a tux? Right, Andrew? What looks better with the top hat, though? That is the question. Probably the Rolex. The Aquaterra is not going to look good with the top hat. Just look at that sparkle. And like these things look so good. I remember one of my old bosses used to have the 36 white dial Roman numerals. And when he would come in on his day off, he'd just be wearing like ripped jeans and a t-shirt. He was this Turkish guy. He's always had a nice tan. Super suave, cool dude. And like, I was like, man, like that Rolex looks so good when he's wearing a suit. And then when he comes in wearing like just casual, like it still looks good. Watch, it's Brian. Luchabetic Mark is trying to get you riled up. Oh yeah. But see, here's the thing. Like my goal eventually in the collection is to have a reverso, just a classic medium reverso for like wearing suits. If I ever wear black tie. So like if I have that I don't necessarily need like a one and done like this Datejust, as much as I love it, and I would, but like I try and keep in my mind, since I'm not wealthy, so like it's not like I can have 6 watches or 10 watches that are like they're like $10,000 a pop. Like I'd probably only be able to have 1 or 2, and the rest would be, you know, like Mitos or Longines at the most. So like if I had the Reverso, Because the two watches that have spoken to me the most over the years and that I liked ever since I was like a teenager was the Reverso and the Speedmaster. So it's like, to me, kind of like if those are the two luxury watches, like maybe if I could make it work, then I would go with a Datejust as the third. But it's like if I could get an Omega Aquaterra for cheaper, I probably would. But then it's like I don't want to have two Omegas. This is what I was talking about an hour ago. It's like, well, if you only have a 3-watch collection and then 1 or 2 cheapies, how would you have 2 Omegas? Like it kind of goes, it doesn't really make sense, even though people do that with Rolex all the time, but it's Rolex, so it's not Omega. Thank you, Brian. I take that as a compliment. So yeah, like, and then like I was saying before, the 300M, it's like, so I could easily have an Aquaterra, a Speedmaster, and the 300. 3 watches, do 3 different things, all Omega. But like unless you have a big collection, I don't think I could do that. Even though I'm the biggest Omega fanboy in the world, I don't think I could do that. So I don't know. That's why I kind of think Speedmaster and JLC Reverso, and then maybe you get like the Longines for like your travel watch, and then maybe that Mito or something like that for like a cheaper diver that you can knock around and not care about. You wear that or the Longines when you travel. You don't have to worry about getting mugged as much. And then keep the JLC and the Omega, and then maybe this for like your nice watches for when you're around town. Now, let's go to let's keep it going. I mean, we're talking about Rolex. We're talking about the king here. Talking about the crown, the coronet. And if the views jump to all of a sudden double digits, then we know that I can never talk about Omega ever again. We'll turn into the Brooklyn stream, Rolex only. Now we're talking Brian's language. The first GMT I really fell in love with was that black. And then I was like, you know what? The Pepsi's so cool. I started a couple years ago, like I wrote down some stuff, and like the Pepsi kind of turned into more of my Grail GMT or my Grail Rolex more than the black. And now I'm back towards the black. I like it more. I like how it's understated. I still think the Pepsi is cool, but like Buckley said, like it's like once you have it, it's like you don't want it anymore. Pipe or hand-rolled cigarette, Brian? I guess Lolex isn't here telling you or asking you how to hand-roll cigarettes, so. Ooh. Well, let's just leave this here for a second. The gold one, too. Blue dial. Yes. Oh, yes to both. I'm just going to put this comment back up. So leave that there. Leave that there. The Christian from... what the heck? What's his name? Except he's got the black dial. No, he is the original one. Yeah, his is the black dial. Unless this is a black dial and it's just a light. I can't tell. These stupid renders. I know right now, I don't know if you guys saw one of Asheen's latest videos. He's needing to sell a watch. And one of the ones that he said he would sell. I'll get back to this beauty in a second. One of the ones he said was a possible sale was this. Except he's got just the steel one. It's not the gold, but I almost fell off my chair. I didn't think he'd ever sell that one. The fact that he's considering it. Yeah, I agree, Brian. Like, I like it, but like the gray, there's just something about it. It's like, I know you got the left-hand drive too. I wouldn't, this one's not for me. Yeah, so this is a beautiful watch. I believe OC's got one of these. Yeah, these things are sharp. Wow. Sharp as a tack. So, Lucha, you've seen the Bruce Wayne as well, or are you talking about the one Evan has, the two-tone? Or maybe you've seen them both? Let's go to configure. Let's see what happens here. He's totally going to get an Aqua Timer. Bet money on it. Call up Vegas. Call up your bookie. Place that bet. It's going to happen. He's going to single-handedly give George Varghese a stroke. I don't think I'm logged into IG on here, so I'm sorry I can't pull it up. Another rookie mistake. Don't have IG ready. Maybe the next time. Material. Steel. Oh, yeah. Bezel. I can't believe they haven't discontinued this one, to be honest. I think it's time to go. It's been around for a while. Move on. Come up with something different. This one, I don't think they should ever discontinue it. I know people are saying that they will. I don't think they should. To me, this is a quintessential Rolex. Keep it forever. That'll also piss off all the fanboys and the hype beasts, which is fantastic. Bracelet. To me, Jubilee, GMT, gotta have it on a Jubilee. But, I mean, if people get the Oyster, I won't fault you. And isn't it where you can, if you buy it on Jubilee, you can order the Oyster, but not the other way around? Or am I getting that mixed up? That whole story Buckley told a couple months ago is absolutely beyond comprehension. I can't even believe that. Like, you should be able to buy either bracelet at any point. Oh, I can't believe this is 14,000 Canadian now. Oh, it just makes me want to die. Love these things. I will make mention of it quickly here. I've been having an idea of either to make it as a video or a stream at some point, destroying a couple fake watches. I have at my disposal some not so legitimate watches, and I think it'd be kind of fun to mess them up a little bit, but I don't know how we should do it. Keep in mind, if I was in the land of the brave and home of the free, or whatever the saying is, I would totally shoot it, but that's not an option here. So I can't do that. So before you say take a shotgun to it, or a sniper rifle, or the Desert Eagle, I can't do that. Unless I were to somehow go down to, well, I am thinking of maybe taking a golf trip to Idaho. Maybe I should hook up with Johnson and do it down there. Call up Nub Gunner, get together, and just blow these things away with some lead. Anyway, yeah, I was like, oh, what should I drop him off a roof, take a brick to him, take a sledgehammer to him? I don't know. But I think that'd be kind of an interesting video. Or live stream. I do not have a moose gun. I have a BB gun. That's it. Actually, I wonder what a BB gun... I wonder what it would do to the crystal. Or the quote-unquote crystal, since it's probably not sapphire. I've got a Panerai. I have a Cartier tank. And I will probably even be able to get an old GMT. All illegitimate. So think about it, sleep on it. Let me know how you want them to meet their ends. How should we destroy them? I'll probably put it in the group chat at some point when I man up enough to even mention the word replica fakes before they boot me out. But as long as since it's for a video of like how to destroy these things, I think they'll probably be okay with it. A tree falls on them. Need a time machine to last week. Actually, I should, if I would have a time machine, what I would do is I would take them to this house on the east side of Winnipeg that literally exploded 2 days ago. There is nothing left. I would duct tape it to the side of that house. People would say, if you had a time machine, what would you do? Go back and kill Hitler? No, I'd go back to this house before it explodes and duct tape these fake watches to it so that they can be blown up. All right, gentlemen and or ladies. I don't know everyone who's watching. Probably no ladies, let's be real. 2 hours. Thank you. I probably could keep talking, but you know what? Let's just give everybody a break. Enjoy your Friday night. Go pour yourself a dram. Maybe I should talk about just for 1 minute about whiskey or liquors, since that's kind of what this channel started about. I was having some tequila earlier today. Pretty good. I had the one that has the bell on the top. Finally tried it out. Was very good. I don't think I would actually buy the bottle because it's really expensive. And then I bought a bottle a couple months ago of 818, which I know it's the Kendall Jenner one, but whatever. It was on sale. They were clearing it out. So I opened it today. So maybe I'll have another shot of tequila. Sip of tequila. And yeah. Fantasize about what watches to buy that I can't afford. Thanks for watching. You can all downvote now and unsubscribe. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me on the Friday night. We'll hope to do this again soon because this was fun. Hopefully the microphone sounds good. First time on the good mic. Got to get my podcast back up going. Good night, A. What a way to end off. That's perfect way to end. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for showing up, Lucha. Thanks to Logan Hall. Don't know if he's still around. Thanks to Jeep of Pittsburgh, who super chatted 500 American pesos. Appreciate it. I'm sure the check is in the mail. I'm sure I will get it at some point. Boston Collector, thank you so much. Hopefully the new ceramic AP still treating you well. And yeah, we will see you all again very soon. Peace. Bye Timex, bye Boulevard. Bye.